Hi everyone, in this chapter we are going to look at accounting for purchases or recording purchase transactions. So we are going to come to vouchers, press enter, and we are going to select F9 purchase. We have to begin on the date. Let's put there 1st of July 2022. Supplier invoice number, we can leave it as 1. You can see here it's already stating 1. However, the supplier's invoice number might be a different one on the source document, so you might like to indicate it here. It might be different, like 2 or 3. Then you press enter. The party's account name. Now here we are purchasing, meaning we have to put in the account which is going to make the payment. So if we are making a cash purchase, we are going to select cash or Equity Bank or Standard Bank. Remember, these are all cash accounts in these accounting software packages. Cash at hand and the two equivalents of cash at bank, Equity Bank and Standard Bank. So let's select cash. Enter, enter, enter. You are now familiar with these. They are optional. For example, you can put a vehicle number as UAM358. Enter, enter, enter. Address maybe Kampala. Enter, enter. Then the purchases ledger, it's still blank. However, let us create cash purchases, enter, and the category is purchases account, purchase accounts, enter, type of ledger, not applicable, enter, 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 and then we accept by pressing Y or enter. Then we are going to record which item are we purchasing. Which item are we purchasing? We might be purchasing Hima cement, and this time around we are purchasing let's say 500 bags of Hima cement at a rate of 29,500. You press enter, 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 and then we are also going to buy Kampala cement from the same supplier at the tune of 600 bags at the rate of 28,900 Ugandan shillings. Press enter, 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 and then the narrations, we shall record that we made the cash purchase of 500 bags of Hima cement at 29,500 Ugandan shillings only, and 600 bags of Kampala cement at 28,900 Ugandan shillings only. Full stop. Remember, you are at liberty to include any further reference. For example, you can say ref invoice number 003. However, this is optional. This is for the interest of the accountant or the auditor who is going to be reading these narrative notes. So we press enter and we accept the transaction. Now, what's going to happen if we are purchasing on credit? If we are purchasing on credit, We are going to press enter. Enter. On the same date, we made some credit purchases, meaning we have to create a new account of an accounts payable, which is Hima Cement. Let's say Hima Cement Uganda Limited. Let's just leave it at that. Enter. This is a sundry creditor, since it's an accounts payable. Sundry creditor. Press enter. Maintain bill by bill balances. Yes. Enter. 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 Address. We can say Kampala. Enter. Enter. Or we can change the location. Let's just give it randomly. Jinja. Just at random. Not applicable. I'm just jumping here, but let's just select it again. Jinja. Pin code, we can leave it blank, or you can put the desired one. Enter and say yes. Enter throughout. Vehicle number. Enter. 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 Now we have to categorize. Are we making a cash purchase or a credit purchase? A credit purchase. Hence, we have to create a credit purchases account. Enter. It's a purchase account. Purchases account. So the type of ledger, we are not going to use invoice rounding, so we say not applicable. Enter. 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 So now the name of the items, let us select how many bags. Let me first select Hima Cement. You must select Hima Cement. However, to take you back, you can see that it's now reflecting the number of bags, which are 398 bags, meaning the adjustments have been made respectively. The double entry has been correctly completed. You can see even Kampala Cement, it has reduced automatically. You can see the spray cans are still in negatives, meaning we still have to recognize the purchases transaction of some spray cans. So let's continue with the Hima Cement. Let's say the company sold to us on credit, and it sold to us to a tune of 500 bucks. Enter. At the rate of, now since this is the company itself, maybe they gave us at 29,000. They removed the 500 Ugandan shillings. So you say enter, 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 enter. Against reference, yes. We can say enter, 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 enter. So we can say that this was a credit purchase in our narration. Credit purchase of 500 bags of Hima Cement from Hima Cement Uganda Limited at a rate of 29,000 Ugandan shillings only. Enter. And we save our transaction. We can further select another company, which is we had selected Hima Cement and also Kampala Cement. So let's create another accounts payable. Kampala Cement Uganda Limited. Kampala Cement Uganda Limited. This is a sundry creditor, since it's an accounts payable. We enter throughout. maybe the address, it's okay to put there Kampala district, Kampala. Pin code, we can ignore that. You enter and then you accept, enter throughout. The vehicle number, UAJ or UBG, this is just random, 857. You enter throughout. And then we have to select, is it a cash purchase or credit purchase? It's a credit purchase, so we enter. So we are going to select the item, Kampala cement. Notice that it's showing us that we have 597 bags in stock. You enter. So we acquired 500 bags on credit from Kampala Cement, and it being the manufacturing company, it gave us at a discount. So we purchased at 28,500. They deducted 400 Ugandan shillings. 28,500. You enter, and on the reference we say yes against reference. Say reference 3. Enter. Then you say this was a credit purchase of 500 bags of Kampala cement from Kampala Cement Uganda Limited at the rate of 28,500 Ugandan shillings only. We enter and we accept. So on the same date, which is 1st of July 2022, let's recognize a cash purchase. Cash purchase. Enter, 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 enter throughout. A cash purchase of, select cash purchases of spray cans. Select spray cans. Let's say we purchased spray cans on a cash basis. Let's say we bought, how many can we select? Maybe 250 pieces. Or let me say 500. Let's make 500 our standard on that time in terms of our purchase order. So we can select that we purchased at 21,000 per piece. So we press enter. And maybe we also purchased, let me see, 10 liters spray cans, 10 liters. So we come here and then we see that 10 liters isn't yet created. We come to create, enter, spray cans, 10 liters spray cans, 10 liters. We can make this one capital to make it more visible and distinct. Enter, enter. It's under equipment, so you enter the units, sir. Is it bags or pieces? You select pieces and enter. Rate of duty, it's 18%. Remember we said if it's going to be used for non-profit purposes, for example in agriculture, it's not going to be taxed at 18% VAT, but 0% VAT. So it will be 0 rated. So we enter, say yes. So let's assume that we again bought, we've assumed a standard of 500 pieces, but this being 10 liters, let's assume 50%, which is 250 pieces. So at the rate of, and let's assume that the rate is less by a significant difference. For example, for this case, let it be 16,500, meaning that we'll sell it like at 18,000, but it would be high. But this is for learning purposes. Enter, 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 enter. So in the narration we can say cash purchase of 500 pieces of spray cans liters at 21,000 Ugandan shillings only, and 250 pieces of spray cans, 10 liters at 16,500 Ugandan shillings only. Enter. So in the narration, again, you can also quote from whom did you purchase on the cash basis. Yeah, but in most cases, since we have received it by cash, we don't need to be mainly interested in further details, since we shall have the source document with us, the one which you saw earlier. The supplier invoice number is the one I'm meaning. It suffices as enough evidence to reflect that the transaction took place. Yeah, so let's escape and go to the gateway of Tally and go to our daybook, press enter, Alt F1 to make our transactions detailed. So we are going to look for our transactions of purchases. They are here. We are having on 1st July, we are having a purchase of 32,090,000 Ugandan shillings. And if you want to see it in detail, you just press enter. Then you escape. So another thing is we can configure show narrations, type Y for yes, enter throughout. So this is going to help us again to make it condensed. Press Alt F1 to make it detailed. Press Alt F1. So we can see that there was a cash purchase. There was a cash purchase of 500 bags of Hima cement at 29,500 and 600 bags of Kampala cement at 28,900. The same applies for these ones below. Now, these narrative notes will be so useful to the accountants and the auditors when they are reviewing these transactions to ensure that they are true and fair, in line with the required financial reporting framework. So we can escape. We can escape after confirming our transactions. Then another thing is, if you want to look at the balances, you can still come to the chart of accounts. You select the ledger. Sorry, we escape, gateway of Tally. We go to display more reports. We go to account books. We go to ledger. We go to, for example, HK Hardware Limited, and we shall see those transactions and balances there. So this is one of the way we can see the balances. You can see the closing balance is 3,450,000 Ugandan shillings. So we can escape and go back to the gateway of Tally. So that was just a quick one. We haven't yet reached that denomination or that section, but I felt like it's important to show you at this moment. So we've seen how to capture a purchase transaction, and we have split it into cash and credit purchases. So we've seen how to create the accounts payable or sundry creditors, and I believe you've benefited from this wonderful lesson of ours. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, and also comment your thoughts, such that we can be able to justify or respond to your needs. Thank you. Let's meet in our next video. Have a blessed one.